The Citi Magnificent 5 is not just a setup, it's a system. It's what I built because Citi quietly gave us the ability to amass a ton of ThankYou Points, and most people were stuck debating the Citi Trifecta like it was 2020. The Citi Magnificent 5 is strong, with 3 Citi Custom Cash Cards doing what they do best, owning your top categories at 5x, 1 Double Cash as the 2x catch-all, and 1 Strata Anchor that turns everything into real transferable points when it's time to book your travel. That's the foundation. But today, I'm going to show you how I'm intentionally breaking my own system because I'm focused on one thing: stacking as many Citi ThankYou Points as possible so I can transfer to American Airlines when the time is right. And when I say break, I don't mean ruin it. I mean that I'm temporarily converting, product changing, my Strata Anchor card, which is the Strata Premier, into a 4th Citi Custom Cash Card while I'm in accumulation mode so that I can earn faster across more categories with less wasted spend. Then later, when I'm actually ready to move points and book American Airline flights, I'll switch one of my Citi Custom Cash Cards back to a Strata card, unlock transfers, and execute. Even if you don't have the full Citi Magnificent 5 yet, or you don't know what the Strata Anchor card is, this video will show you the strategy while explaining the basics so that you can build towards it. I'm going to break down the 2 modes of the Citi Magnificent 5. Mode 1, accumulate hard, and Mode 2, convert and transfer when you're ready to book. If you're running the Citi Magnificent 5 the standard way, you're good. But if you want to optimize it based on timing and goals, especially if you love American Airline redemptions, let's talk about breaking the Citi Magnificent 5. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from R2 Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler, and I coined the term Citi Magnificent 5 or CM5. Stick around and I'll be happy to tell you why you shouldn't just sit on the Citi Magnificent 5 in standard mode if you're one of the lucky few who are able to achieve it. Before we dive in, if you have any personal or targeted questions, feel free to hit me up in the chat section of my website, boomacompany.com. R2 channel members always get priority, and since I stopped using credit card referral and affiliate links January 1st, 2026, your support through likes, subscriptions, and memberships for just $1 genuinely matters. Before the Citi Magnificent 5, which I'm going to call CM5 for the rest of this video, most people talked about the Citi Trifecta, which is made up of the Citi Custom Cash, the Citi Double Cash, and the Citi Strata Premier. It's easy to understand, it's clean, but it's been repeated forever. As a points optimizer, it never fully made sense to me because the Citi Custom Cash is the engine. It's one of the most powerful everyday earning cards which Citi has, and people treated it like a side note. And honestly, I think it's because Chase has a trifecta, and everyone wants to compare everything to Chase. Meanwhile, the real Citi heads, the people that I talked to behind the scenes, were stacking them. Some of you had 4, 5, or even 6 Citi Custom Cash Cards. So I wanted the average person to understand what was actually happening. The strategy wasn't the trifecta. The strategy was multiple Citi Custom Cash Cards. That's where the name Citi Magnificent 5 came from. Stacking multiple Citi Custom Cash Cards and building a system around them. And what surprised me the most was how many comments I got that said, "I didn't know you could have more than 1 Citi Custom Cash Card." That told me that the term CM5 needed to stay because it was doing its job, making the strategy obvious. And once I put it into a spreadsheet and showed the math, the value was obvious. And nobody was comparing the Citi Trifecta to what it looks like when you stack multiple Citi Custom Cash Cards properly, category by category. If you haven't seen it, watch this video because once you see the math, it's hard to argue with it. I'll drop links to all the videos mentioned in the description. Now, Citi has upped its game by introducing 3 flavors to the Strata card. We got the Citi Strata, which I call the vanilla version for domestic road warriors. Then we got the Citi Strata Premier, a true travel card with strong multipliers in popular travel categories. And then we got the Citi Strata Elite, a premium travel card to compete with other expensive offerings from Chase, Amex, and Capital One. The CM5 requires one of these cards to anchor the system, and thus allowing you to transfer points out to Citi's full suite of travel partners. Now, even with the traction that the CM5 video was getting, some people still pushed back. Like, is it worth opening that many Citi cards? To me, that wasn't really a numbers argument. It was emotional. People get weird about going too deep into one ecosystem. Then Citi made American Airlines an exclusive transfer partner, and everything changed. Because now it's not just Citi ThankYou Points. It became Citi ThankYou Points turned into American Airlines redemptions. And for anyone who loves American Airline redemptions, that's a major reason to take Citi seriously. If you're new to points optimization and you don't know why American Airline redemptions are so great, you're in luck because my next video is going to be a full breakdown of the American Airlines program. Now, I must be honest that acquiring the CM5 is a tad harder than it used to be, because Citi changed some of their product change rules. Translation, you need a plan now. You can't just freestyle it. I've broken down how to acquire the CM5 in this video, and I've even built a version of the CM5 for multiplayer mode. Because if you're in a relationship or a household, you can scale this in a way that's honestly ridiculous. So here's the next evolution of the Citi Magnificent 5. Breaking it, stacking harder, and then switching back just in time to transfer points to American Airlines for business class award seats. Now you might just care about economy class redemptions to stretch your miles, and that's cool. But we all know that I'm more bougie than hip, so it's business class for me. So let's jump into the spreadsheet and let's compare the old school Citi Trifecta. Come on folks, we gotta stop living in 2020. The CM5, the R² standard version, and the CM5 in acceleration mode. Alright, so first let me explain this sheet. We're gonna compare 5 different Citi strategies against a fixed monthly spend amount of $2,350 across these categories. We have travel and home improvement, gas, miscellaneous, supermarket, and dining. Now in this sheet, I've included the first 2 strategies as the Citi Custom Cash Card Solo and then the Citi Duo Setup. I'm not going to go through those, but I added them for comparison, but we're going to dive right into the Citi Trifecta setup. The Citi Trifecta is made up of a Citi Custom Cash Card, a Citi Double Cash Card, and a Citi Strata Premier. The Citi Custom Cash Card earns 5 points per dollar. In our example, we're applying that to the supermarket category. The Citi Double Cash is our 2x catch-all, which we'll be using for travel and home improvement, as well as the miscellaneous category. And the Citi Strata Premier will earn us 3 points per dollar in gas, supermarket, and dining. But please note that for the supermarket category, we're going to earn 5 points per dollar with the Citi Custom Cash on the first $500 in that category. Anything above $500 will charge on the CSP, earning us 3 points per dollar. The Citi Trifecta earns us 7,400 ThankYou Points per month, and extrapolated over 12 months, we earn 88,800 ThankYou Points. Next up is our Citi Magnificent 5, the Premier Edition, in standard mode. So now we're going to introduce 2 free Citi Custom Cash Cards, and the Citi Magnificent 5 will consist of 3 Citi Custom Cash Cards, the Citi Double Cash, and the Citi Strata Premier. Now I'm only going to highlight the differences here. We're going to apply one of our new Citi Custom Cash Cards to the travel and home improvement category, earning us 5 points per dollar. And we're going to apply our second new Citi Custom Cash Card to the supermarket category. So now the supermarket category will have 2 Citi Custom Cash Cards, earning 5 points per dollar on the entire spend amount of $1,000 for that category. The CM5 Premier Edition earns us 9,900 ThankYou Points per month, or 118,800 points per year. So folks, we've introduced 2 free cards to our setup, and we're earning an additional 30,000 ThankYou Points per year. Keep in mind that for people running the CM5 as their primary setup, this will balloon into a much higher points differential. So now we're gonna break our standard CM5 because we're not ready to travel. We're in points accumulation mode. We will product change our Citi Strata Premier into a 4th Citi Custom Cash Card, and that card will be earmarked for dining. So now in our dining category, we're no longer earning 3 points per dollar, we're earning 5 points per dollar. The CM5 in accumulation mode earns us 10,900 points per month or 130,800 points per year. So essentially, we've replaced a $95 card, the Citi Strata Premier, with a free Citi Custom Cash Card, and we're earning more points for the year. If it appeals to you to target Citi as your sole system setup, you will earn considerably more points with the CM5 in either mode. So here's an important note. When you're ready to transfer your points, you're going to convert a different Citi Custom Cash Card back to the CSP. It's not going to be the one that you originally converted from a CSP to a Citi Custom Cash Card, because you want to ensure that Citi doesn't block you from converting the same card multiple times within a 1-year period. I do this as a safety precaution. So again, this was an example of fixed spend across multiple categories, but your categories may differ, so you need to target your Citi Custom Cash in the areas that matter to you. Acquiring the Citi Magnificent 5 is no longer enough if you're interested in maximizing your point stacking opportunities. If you're one of the lucky ones who have acquired it, recognize that you shouldn't just sit on the CM5. You must intentionally break it, amass as many Citi ThankYou Points as you can, then re-establish the anchor with the right Strata card to transfer out to American Airlines. My preferred Strata card is the Strata Premier. Now there are some edge cases for the Strata Elite, especially if it's your only premium travel card. I now have a family member on the CM5 track where they will only be a Citi Points maxer. I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes fantasize about what it's like to just run one strategy with only one card issuer to manage and pay. Then I quickly snap out of it because I'm not only a points maxer, I'm a travel maxer and a luxury maxer. So if you're working towards acquiring the CM5, I wanna know which Citi card you're targeting as your Strata anchor card. And if you already have the CM5, would you intentionally break it for a 4th Citi Custom Cash Card? Or are you keeping the anchor in place no matter what? What's your number 1 American Airlines redemption goal right now? Domestic upgrades, long-haul business class seats, or something else? If you found this helpful, then the best way to support this channel is simple. Like the video, subscribe, and consider becoming a member. I don't do credit card referral nor affiliate links anymore. I only do thoughtful strategy. As always, take care and be good to each other.